Okay, Andrew Douglas here in the Action News 5 digital desk. Have you gotten the latest issue of Memphis Magazine? It is a good one. There it is. That's the cover of it. It is the cover, of course, William Eggleston, and there is an art gallery in New York that's showcasing this very latest portrait, along with a number of other portraits that he has at the museum. But there are some articles inside the latest edition that is so great. You can see it kind of on top there, various articles, holiday gifts, trip to New Orleans, mental health, philanthropy. But there is another one that I want to talk about, and that is the new and improved restaurant Iris. Joining me now to talk about his article, Sam Cicci, Memphis Magazine. Sam, how's it going out there?
Pretty good, Andrew. Thanks for having me on today. I'm just excited to be able to talk about the new restaurant Iris.
I appreciate you being on, as always. And, I think there was a lot of anticipation for people once they decided to move to the former Grove Grill to see, what is going to be the new space for Restaurant Iris. Of course, it's going to be a much bigger place. They really transformed Grove Grill. In fact, my understanding is when you walk in there, you don't think there was any mention or any idea that Grove Grill actually existed in there. They've really kind of made it their own, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. I think they almost took it down to the studs and rebranded the space completely. And it's amazing when you walk in there. You're greeted by this intricate tilestone design. Then you got the twisty crescent-shaped booths. You've got private rooms with almost some whimsical Alice in Wonderland-esque artwork, elevating your experience. You got these really cool light systems where you can kind of raise and dim all these different colors and kind of set the mood on a whim. You got a huge bar space. It's enormous, and it's got so much character. And, I saw some people walk in who would frequent the Grove Grill back in the day, but, now they were like, oh my goodness, this space is amazing. This is my new spot. And that was just, walking in and taking in the new space.
That's great. That's great. So you have an article in the latest edition of Memphis Magazine about Restaurant Iris. Tell us about it.
Well, it's classic Creole cuisine. Kelly is from New Orleans, and this is a continuation of the food that's made him so popular. But what I thought was cool is that he's still overseeing this, but he's taken a step back a little bit and is allowing Chef Russell Casey to kind of take the reins when it comes to food. Casey was cooking at Bounty on Broad before this, so, he's a very well-known quantity around town. But you got kind of his touch on a lot of the food, while, giving kind of a Memphis spin on Creole food and kind of paying an homage to Kelly's roots from New Orleans. So I think you got a lot of cool treats. You got some classics on there. I know Russell let me try his pan-seared flounder, which he said was one of his flagship dishes here, which was, very light, very flaky, very soft fish with a kind of crispy exterior. And you got some cool stuff going along with that. Really just, some vinegar to kind of mellow out the fishiness a little bit. And you got a really nice lima bean succotash accompanying that. And I mean, I gobbled that thing right up as soon as they put that plate in front of me. There's so many cool things to try there, and the menu's pretty extensive, honestly. And, I think I'll need to go back there a couple more times to really get the full breadth of what they're offering.
Sounds fantastic, Sam. What did you know what would you compare or compare to the old Restaurant Iris in Midtown to this new one?
I mean, right off the bat, I would just have to say the overall space. It is a completely new thing. It's a mind-blowing new restaurant. The old Iris was a smaller, cozier setup, and this one's just huge. It blows it out of the water, and it's kind of the synthesis of everything that Kelly has learned throughout his culinary career. And I said in the article, it's all dialed up to 11 now. So much more space. Like on the left-hand page there, you can see the crescent booths. That's almost paying tribute to the old Iris. I know he told me that a lot of people would, you'd sit in the corner and kind of feel like you had your own private space. And those crescent booths there in the main dining room kind of recreate that private feeling while also allowing for, so many more people to come in and enjoy the space. And kind of talking about the space again, you move over to the bar area. they've got this huge bar set up that spans almost the whole length of the restaurant. And I think a really cool feature that he's got back there is this cruvinette, I think I'm saying that right, that he ordered, which I believe can hold 30 bottles of wine. I think the way I'd explain it, for a layman, is that it's basically wine on tap. You hook up these bottles to a little nitrogen fuel source, which keeps it fresh for a really long time. So, if you're just a casual wine drinker and you want to try a really expensive bottle, you don't have to splurge for the whole thing. You can just, walk up and try a glass. If something strikes your fancy, it's there for you to have. And it's just a very cool, accessible thing.
How long has it been open, and what's been going on in terms of crowds, and are they full? Give me the rundown of what people can expect if they go out this weekend, for example.
Yeah, it's been open for I think about a month and a half now, if I remember right. And they've slowly been expanding their service hours. I know they are open 7 days a week at this point, and the bar menu is available all day. They'd started out with dinner service on Friday and Saturday, but they've just added Thursday nights as well. And then they also have some brunch offerings too, and are going to be kind of building that up as we go forward. So I don't quite know if this is the final form of the new restaurant Iris yet, but they've hit the ground running. Every time I've stopped by, there have been a lot of people in there. I mean, this is one of the most popular restaurants in town, and now that it's back and bigger and better than ever, the people have been flocking to it. They know what they like. They love Kelly English food, and Russell Casey's doing a great job too. So, people are just going. They're visiting. They're eating the Creole cuisine. They love it.
Okay, Memphis Magazine right there. That is the latest edition, this November edition of Memphis Magazine. And inside you will find this article detailing Restaurant Iris and its new beginning in East Memphis with a much bigger space that's been open now for about a month and a half, according to Sam Cicci wrote that article. And Sam, we really appreciate you breaking down your experience. We appreciate that, as always, when you come on the digital desk. Thanks very much.
All right. Thank you.